Assalamu alaikum, Brother Ali. How are you?
Wa alaikum salam. Alhamdulillah, brother Irfan. Very good, very good.
Very good to see you. Always, I feel energy when I meet you, and this is an amazing place. Can you please describe about where we're sitting at the moment?
So this is actually a human appeal office, believe it or not.
Yes.
We have human appeal office at the back, but where we are right now is a cafe.
Yes.
And we also have part of it's a living and giving store, but that's something that's going to be moving away from here to our other store.
All right.
And the cafe is expanding. So Human Appeal is a charity organization,
Yes.
as you know. We have been established in Australia for 33 years now.
Oh wow, 33 years, a long time serving the community.
And we work across the globe in 31 countries. We have offices across the globe. And our aim is basically help people locally and overseas. We do major projects, many projects locally to support many people that are going through hardship, including those that are new arrivals as well, to help them settle here, to make their settlement easy in Australia.
And brother, if I ask you why you're doing this, what is the story behind it? Just in one sentence, if you want to say something.
It's actually interesting because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala obviously created us, and our life is a journey. So we come to life from nothing, and then it's just a journey, and then after that we go.
Oh right.
So there is a purpose in life
Purpose
that
in
Allah
life.
subhanahu wa ta'ala has created us.
Yes.
So during this period that we are traveling, this is a time where we need to not only think about us, because we're eventually going to go like everyone else. It's about what we leave behind, and impact and the legacy that we leave behind that can change the world to a better place.
Such a beautiful message from Brother Ali. Brother Ali, today I actually came with my wife Sophia just to enjoy the food. I know we can enjoy halal food here all the time, and we can donate here as well. That's another reason. But you know, there's a big news because I'm from pharmacist background, and Australian government has initiated a helping hand for pharmacists who are already in Australia, who are on different visas like 491 and temporary visas and some PR visas.
Yep.
If they are not registered as a pharmacist, they can do their process, which is saving of $4,000 as an incentive. So this is a big news. I thought I'd just share with you because you have a network of so many pharmacists. Maybe they were sleeping pharmacists. They may be not thinking to do this upgrading of the qualification. Many reasons, maybe they were not having money at that time, or they were thinking to do something else. So I thought I'd just share this news with you. So would you think that there would be many pharmacists that you know that they may get benefit of this service, of this
So it's
new
great,
news?
alhamdulillah. I think now what you're telling me basically is giving a lot of people that have gone through some hardship,
Yes.
maybe because of the funds that they would have had to pay. I think overall it's a good news because it's giving them access to a free ride basically.
Yes.
They're not going to lose anything. So
It's
for
like
them
a
to go in
lottery
there-
for some
that's right.
people.
In fact, actually, talking about that, I have a friend of mine who's originally from Jordan, just recently, and I didn't even know he was a pharmacist.
All right.
So how I came about to know that he's a pharmacist, he opened up a restaurant, like a takeaway shop.
Okay.
And sadly it did not work out for him, and he spent a lot of money. So after a few years, when I saw him, I said to him, "What happened?" He goes, "Forget about it. It was a nightmare. I lost a lot of money and so on. But I'm not going to go back to my old profession." I said, "What do you mean? What's your old profession?" And he said, "I'm actually a pharmacist, but I never got to do the test because he had hearing issue, like he had to wear the thing."
What's his name? Probably I know him.
I can't remember his name.
Okay.
Because he's acquainted by face that I
I
know
think
him.
he's the person who did graduation 26 years back, if I'm not wrong.
That's true. Yeah,
Yes.
he said a long time ago.
Yes.
And now,
you know, I did a podcast with him.
Did you?
And,
That's
and
great.
he's become a role model for so many pharmacists
there you
overseas.
go, because it was an inspiration to me. Because actually, I saw him. As I said, he's a friend that I know. We see each other. He knows me, and I know him from the community. So, when I saw him last time, I was at the passport office doing my kid's passport.
Yes.
And I said to him, "So what are you doing now? How did you go?" Because I've done it.
He's working in one of the Terry White
That's
pharmacy in
right.
Adelaide.
Yes,
and,
which is great.
And
That's great news.
when he came to me by coincidence, I was in a flight landing here in Adelaide. One of the biggest sheikh who was sitting next to me.
Okay.
Dr. Abdullah.
That's right.
He's
Okay,
a
yes.
uni SA. So I just said hello to him, and then I
Yeah.
said, look, my name is Irfan. I have met you. Maybe you don't know me, but
Yeah.
this is what I do, and I help pharmacists. And he said, can you guide this fellow, which probably needs some guidance, how to get into jobs? And I said, just give me his number. So he gave me his number. Immediately I came out from the plane. I was going to the place where I picked up the bag. I just called him. I just called the fellow, and I said, look, I got your number. Tell me about what is the process, where you are at the moment, and maybe we can meet sometime. And in 2 days' time, we set up a time. We did chat. Explain him how to go and impress the bosses about the interview, how to tackle the interview,
beautiful.
what things you don't need to say. Make sure you don't say these things because they would like to hear that. Yes, he got a job, mashallah. So that's simple talk happened in the plane. But this is a big news for those who are still probably not connected with the community leaders. They need to come and connect and talk.
It's true. I think the best thing that we can do and that you're doing right now is basically getting the news out to people so they can hear about it. Because like you said, what they don't know. And for someone that graduated 26 years ago and now coming across and learning about the opportunity that they have now, it's really amazing. So alhamdulillah, this is good. And I think there'll be a lot of them as well.
Yes, a lot of them.
Because alhamdulillah, we have an amazing community in South Australia and across Australia as well. Very educated. But obviously the last few years has been quite challenging for a lot of people, the turmoil of COVID and everything else.
Yes.
And before that as well, the job situation was quite hard. Getting a job was quite hard. But I feel like now the doors are opening.
Doors are open, and for pharmacist sector, being as a pharmacist, as a community pharmacist, always regional pharmacy jobs are always being vacant. The reason is that when the students study here and study in universities, they don't want to go and work in region. So that is one indication that regional community pharmacy job will be available for many more who are coming, and a new sector which is aged care sector, which is now taking pharmacists in the premises. So that's a new opportunity for jobs. So that's why, although that there's a 60-day issue in the industry, that's separate, but pharmacist jobs will be available and they can take more new incomers. And thank you very much for talking to me. I know that
I think
you discussed about that fellow who was coincidentally
amazing. And that just shows you, by the way, you said, thank you for talking to me. I think thank you for sharing that with us, because like you mentioned, and we're talking about this, and that's why we're having this conversation, is that because there's a lot of things that if people like you from different industries that comes up and puts an initiative together, because at the end of the day, this is a great initiative that's helping the community, Muslim community in particular as well, because this is helping them to come to the surface, find their grounds. And on top of that, I know that you mentioned as well, this is an opportunity for people that are even overseas that are, they have
to encourage them
to apply. So you can
I explained to you earlier that there was only one exam center for Australian pharmacy exam. Only one. Now we got 8 centers. That all happened within last 5 months. That's amazing. Alhamdulillah. I was not even thinking in my dream that it can be achievable, but anything can be achievable if we sincerely start working on it.
I think you said it very nicely. If you look, you need to take a step, and I think this goes up to every industry, every individual. If you're a family man, or if you're a single man, or if you're a businessman, or you just had dreams that you wanted to get somewhere, this is a really good initiative and good approach and good encouragement that you need to take those steps. Without taking the steps, you will not get there. And for him to even make the pathway easier for you, all you need to do, I guess, if you have, I guess the past experience in pharmacy, or if you've finished and you have been idle for a long time, I guess.
While I'm talking to you, I just recall one person. I served him as a patient in my pharmacy, and just in my talk, I just realized that he is a pharmacist back from Iran. And I'm just thinking that I have his number, so I will call him about this news that this is a free assessment available, because he got recently his PR visa. So that will be a lottery for him again, for $4,000.
In fact, I think there's few Egyptian as well. Now you're talking, I've got a friend of mine who used to work in pharmaceutical company.
Yes.
But now I think he left that job, and I don't know where he is at now, because what you're saying now they have an opportunity now to get
to go
into
get this free one.
Right, yeah.
And you know that the good thing is that one time you sit in the exam, if you fail, the second time is also free. So
there you go. You can get a better approach and easier approach.
Thank you very
So,
much, brother.
this is amazing.
Anything would you like to say in Arabic? I know Arabic is your native language. Maybe attract few more audience.
My native language is actually Turkmen, but I speak Arabic. But obviously, I can speak Arabic because Arabic is the Quran language. But generally, for everybody, I don't need to, because I think everyone that speaks Arabic that can speak English.
That's right. Yes.
This land is a land of opportunity.
Yes.
It is a land of opportunity. So we are here regardless of whatever stage that you are in right now. You are from the stage that you just idle, that you're stuck, that you feel like you're in the mud, that you can't get out. You just need to call out, maybe speak to people.
Yes, speak
and
to
brother
people.
Irfan is great.
Yeah,
Even if you have just questions, just maybe can I say they can call you?
Yes.
They can go.
No,
That's
yes.
fine. You just maybe message him if you're watching this on his channel. Just message him, or if you know somebody. Now, as we're speaking, as I said, that Egyptian brother that came to my mind, I'll be speaking to him because maybe he doesn't know about this, and this will be a good opportunity for him to come across, become a pharmacist.
And
so, alhamdulillah.
thank you very much. And I recall one of the talk that you did with me in a restaurant for a Ramadan dinner, I remember. And I shared that recently, and I thought maybe I'll go to Brother Ali and maybe I'll chat on this topic.
It's always good speaking to you, brother. It's always good. Alhamdulillah. And we love that because we want more people to be like this, to be active in the community, to be the ones that leave a footmark behind. Like what I said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created us and we are going to go. So it's about what kind of legacy that you leave behind.
Thank you.
So inshallah that, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept this from you as well, and everyone that is contributing to help everyone that are going through hardship. And may Allah make your journey easy, and may Allah help you and support you to continue this journey.
Thank you for supporting all the time, and we'll talk inshallah.
Exactly. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.